Hey everyone, and welcome back to Books on the Mic. We're on chapter 18 now, and for this deep dive, we're going to be checking out a book that I think kind of flips the script on how we think about success.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's called The Third Door by Alex Banayan.
Okay.
And if you're digging these deep dives, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future episodes.
Yeah.
But so this book, The Third Door,
Yeah.
it's not like your typical follow your passion self-help stuff.
Okay.
It's more about like hustle and ingenuity and finding those kind of hidden entrances
Right.
that most people just totally miss.
Exactly. It's
Right.
like recognizing that, the traditional path
Yeah,
isn't the only way.
right.
Like Banayan argues that there's this third door to success. It's this less obvious route, often really unconventional,
Yeah,
that requires a lot of persistence, creativity, and a willingness to think differently.
totally. And it all started with Banayan himself hitting a wall.
Oh, really?
He was pre-med, totally burnt out.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah, just staring at his biology textbook thinking, is this it? Is this all there is?
Yeah, I think a lot of people listening can relate to that feeling.
Totally, like that feeling of being stuck on a path
Yeah.
that doesn't quite fit.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of just accepting it,
Yeah.
Banayan decided to figure out how people who had like achieved extraordinary things,
Right.
how they actually got their big break.
I like that.
Yeah, so he sets out on this crazy mission to interview like all these super successful people.
Wow.
Bill Gates, Lady Gaga, even Maya Angelou.
Oh, wow.
But here's the thing.
What's that?
He's a pro college student.
Oh, geez.
How does he even like begin to pull this off?
Yeah. How?
Okay, so get this.
Okay.
He wins a chunk of change
What?
on The Price is Right.
No way. You can't make this stuff up.
I know, right?
That's hilarious.
But it's not just that he won.
Right.
He used a strategy
Oh.
that he learned from like this seasoned audience member
Okay.
to always underbid.
Always underbid.
Yeah, so this woman had been watching the show for decades.
Wow.
She knew all the tricks.
That's smart.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a great example of like seeking out unconventional wisdom, even in like the most unexpected places.
I love that.
Okay, so armed with his game show winnings,
Uh-huh.
Banayan starts tracking down these high achievers.
Okay.
And one of his first interviews
Yeah.
is with Chi Lu.
Kilu.
He was the president of online services at Microsoft.
Gotcha.
And Chi Lu's story is all about maximizing time
Okay.
and pushing boundaries.
Interesting.
So his story is wild.
Yeah.
He grew up in poverty in China,
Okay.
and to like gain an edge,
Mm-hmm.
he developed this extreme sleep reduction technique
What?
called key time.
Key time.
Basically, he trained himself to function on just 4 hours of sleep a night.
Wait, 4 hours? Really?
Seriously.
Wow.
He basically gained an extra 2 months
Oh.
of productive time each year,
Wow.
which he dedicated to learning and studying.
That's incredible.
Right.
Yeah.
And this intense dedication helped him get into Carnegie Mellon
Oh, wow.
and eventually landed him at Microsoft.
So talk about dedication.
Right?
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, like, are we all being a little too complacent with how we spend our time?
Yeah, maybe.
It also highlights the sacrifices some people are willing to make to achieve their goals.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that there are different ways to approach like time management and that sometimes pushing your limits can lead to like remarkable results.
Totally. Now, Banayan's journey wasn't all smooth sailing.
Oh, really?
He hit a snag when he tried to get an interview with Tim Ferriss.
Oh, yeah. Tim Ferriss, the 4-hour workweek guy.
Exactly.
What happened?
He was so persistent
Okay.
that he ended up overwhelming Ferriss
Oh, no.
and actually got shut down.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, and this is where like the nuance of the third door comes in.
Okay.
It's not just about like relentless pursuit.
Right.
It's about strategy and understanding the right approach for each situation. Banayan learned the hard way that sometimes you need to adapt your tactics and recognize when a certain door might not be the right one for you.
Okay, so persistence is key, but you have to be smart about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you need a different key for each door you're trying to unlock.
Totally. And that's where mentorship comes in.
Oh,
So Elliot Bisnow,
Elliot Bisnow.
yeah, founder of Summit Series,
I know Summit Series.
became a key mentor for Banayan,
Cool.
teaching him about like action over hesitation and calculated risk-taking.
Oh, that's interesting.
So Bisnow shared this strategy he learned from Warren Buffett
Oh, wow.
called the avoidance list.
Avoidance list.
Have you heard of this?
I don't think so.
Okay, so you write down 25 goals.
25 goals.
Pick your top 5.
Okay.
And then actively avoid the other 20.
Avoid the other 20.
Yeah, to like laser focus your energy.
So you just don't even think about the other 20.
Exactly. And think about how much time and energy we waste
Yeah.
on things that don't truly align with our top priorities.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of focus,
Yeah.
Banayan also interviewed boxing legend Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
And
Right.
what struck me was Leonard's emphasis on aligning the head and the heart
Mm-hmm.
for peak performance.
That makes sense.
It wasn't just physical strength.
Right.
It was mental and emotional resilience
I see.
that drove his success.
That's crucial.
Yeah.
We often think about success in purely like external terms, but so much of it comes from within.
Exactly.
Leonard even like placed his championship belt on Banayan,
Oh, wow.
like symbolizing this passing of the torch
Right.
and the belief in Banayan's potential.
Wow. It's a powerful reminder that we need both passion and discipline to achieve our goals.
Absolutely.
Okay, one of my favorite parts of the book
Oh, yeah.
is when Banayan overhears Tony Hsieh,
Tony shit.
yeah, the CEO of Zappos,
Okay.
giving advice to another author.
Oh, that's cool.
And this is where Hsieh emphasizes like understanding your whys.
You're wise.
Yeah, like your motivations
Okay.
for pursuing a project.
Mm-hmm.
He even admitted that there was an element of ego
Oh, really?
involved in writing his own book,
Which one?
Delivering Happiness.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that one.
But he's saying that that didn't negate his other motivations
Okay.
of wanting to inspire entrepreneurs
Mm-hmm.
and share his knowledge about building a strong company culture.
So it's like our motivations can be complex
Yeah,
and even like contradictory,
totally.
but understanding them is key.
Exactly. So before you jump into anything, whether it's starting a business
Yeah.
or even just taking on a new project,
All right.
ask yourself, why am I doing this?
Why am I doing this?
Yeah, get clear on your motivations.
That self-awareness can make all the difference.
Totally. It helps you stay aligned with your values and make choices that are truly meaningful
Exactly.
to you.
To you, yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about persistent strategy,
Right.
understanding your whys.
Yeah.
Now let's delve into a story that really challenges our assumptions
Okay.
about power dynamics,
Interesting.
especially for women in male-dominated fields.
Okay.
So Banayan's interview with Jane Goodall
Being good all.
is incredibly insightful.
Yeah.
But it's not just about her groundbreaking chimp research.
Oh.
It's about how she navigated this complex situation with her mentor, Louis Leakey.
Louis Leakey.
He was instrumental in funding her research,
Right.
but he also made unwanted advances toward her.
Oh, no.
It's a situation many women, unfortunately, can relate to.
It's heartbreaking, but what's so striking is how Goodall handled it.
Yeah.
She calmly asserted her boundaries while still managing to achieve her goals.
It shows that you don't have to compromise your values or integrity
Yeah.
to succeed.
It's a powerful lesson in resilience and knowing your worth.
Now let's switch gears a bit and talk about Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba, the actress.
Yeah, but she's also built a billion-dollar business
Whoa.
called The Honest Company.
Oh, wow. I've heard of that.
Have you?
Yeah.
So her story is all about turning challenges into opportunities.
Interesting.
She struggled with health issues
Okay.
and was frustrated with the lack of transparency
Mm-hmm.
around chemicals and everyday products.
Right.
So she created a company that aligned with her values,
I see.
offering safe and sustainable products for families.
That's awesome.
It's inspiring to see how she channeled her personal experiences
Yeah.
into a business that's making a real difference.
Absolutely.
And it shows that success can be found in like unexpected places, even in areas that might seem unrelated
Yeah.
to your initial career path.
Exactly. Sometimes our biggest challenges can lead to our greatest breakthroughs.
Totally. And speaking of unconventional paths,
Okay.
we can't forget Banayan's interview with Pitbull,
Pitbull.
Mr. Worldwide himself.
What could he possibly have to teach us about the third door?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he shared an incredible insight
Okay.
about maintaining a learner's mindset,
Okay.
even at the height of success.
That's interesting.
He calls it staying an intern,
Staying an intern.
even though he's like a Grammy-winning artist who
Yeah.
sells out stadiums.
That's cool.
It's about staying humble,
Mm-hmm.
curious, and always eager to learn and grow.
Yeah. So even when you've made it, you're never truly done learning.
Right. It's that constant evolution and that hunger for knowledge
Yeah.
that keeps you moving forward.
It's a powerful reminder that success isn't a destination. It's a journey of continuous growth and exploration.
Love it. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
What are some key takeaways
Yeah.
that you think our listeners should be thinking about?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that the path to success isn't always linear.
Okay.
It's not about following a predetermined formula.
Right.
It's about being adaptable, resourceful, and always looking for those hidden entrances
Yeah.
that others might miss.
It's about finding your own third door
Mm-hmm.
and having the courage to walk through it,
Yeah.
even when it's uncertain or challenging.
For sure. And it's about remembering that success isn't just about individual achievement.
Okay.
It's about building relationships, seeking guidance, and supporting those around you.
Totally. It's about recognizing that we're all in this together.
You've got it. And while Banayan's out there chasing these interviews and connecting with these incredible people,
Yeah.
he's also facing this huge personal dilemma.
Oh?
He's supposed to be at USC studying pre-med,
Right.
but this whole quest,
Yeah.
it's consuming his life.
Oh, wow. So talk about a tough choice.
Yeah.
Pre-med versus tracking down billionaires
Right.
for interviews.
I mean, what did he decide to do?
I know, right?
So what'd he do?
But he made this bold move to
What?
take a leave of absence from school,
Wow.
which wasn't easy,
Yeah, I bet.
especially given his parents' sacrifices for him to even have that opportunity.
Right.
Can you imagine having to tell your family you're putting your formal education on hold
Yeah.
to chase this unconventional dream?
Oh, I bet those conversations were intense.
So did his parents eventually come around?
It took a lot of explaining and reassurance.
Yeah,
But yeah, they eventually supported his decision.
that's great.
And, this decision itself really speaks volumes about that third door mentality.
Okay.
He had to weigh his options, assess the risks,
Mm,
and choose that path less traveled,
right.
even if it meant, disappointing those closest to him.
He was really putting it all on the line for this dream.
He was.
And on top of all of that,
Yeah.
he was trying to land a book deal.
Oh, absolutely. He was sending out book proposals left and right,
Wow.
trying to convince agents that his story was worth telling.
It's hard to break in.
To publishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, he faced a ton of rejection along the way.
Right.
It's almost like rejection is like a rite of passage
Yeah.
for anyone trying to achieve something truly groundbreaking.
You've got to have thick skin
You do.
to make it in any creative field.
For sure.
That's for sure.
So how did he finally land his agent?
Yeah, how'd he do it? So it was actually a series of unexpected events and connections,
Okay.
all stemming from this chance encounter at a party
Oh, wow.
hosted by Miki Agrawal.
Miki
You know her.
Yeah, founder of Things.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So Banayan was feeling really defeated at this point
Yeah.
because he couldn't get any agents to take him seriously.
Right.
But then he meets Ben Nemtin from MTV's The Buried Life
Okay.
and Miki herself.
Oh, wow.
And they both offer to introduce him to their agents.
Talk about serendipity.
I know, right?
It's like the universe was conspiring to help him.
Yeah, and it makes you realize how important it is to just put yourself out there
Mm.
and be open to new connections.
Exactly. You never know who you might meet
Right.
or how those connections might lead to something amazing.
Couldn't dream more.
Okay. So once Banayan had an agent,
Yeah.
he faced another massive hurdle,
What's that?
getting an interview with Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's the holy grail
Yeah.
for anyone in business.
So did he pull it off?
Well, he was determined to make it happen.
Right.
He had a connection
Okay.
through a friend who had worked for Buffett,
Oh, wow.
but it was anything but easy.
Yeah.
He tried all sorts of crazy schemes.
Really?
He even flew to Omaha hoping to just bump into Buffett
No way.
at a grocery store or his favorite restaurant.
He sounds like a man on a mission.
He was relentless,
Wow.
but ultimately none of it worked.
Huh.
And that's when he realized he needed to shift his focus.
Okay.
He had gotten so fixated on this one bullseye,
Right.
this idea that there was only one way to achieve his goal,
Mm-hmm.
that he had lost sight of other possibilities.
Oh, so what did he do?
Yeah, did he give up on the Buffett interview?
Yeah.
He realized he needed to adapt.
Okay.
He needed to stop obsessing over this one specific path
Right.
and be open to other opportunities.
So it's a valuable lesson we can all apply to our lives.
Yeah, sometimes we get so caught up in our own plans that we miss other doors that might be opening right in front of us.
That's so true.
right.
It's easy to get tunnel vision when you're focused on a goal.
Yeah.
So what happened after he let go of this Buffett obsession?
Well, that's when he had this hilarious encounter with Larry King, of all people.
Larry King.
Yeah.
No.
Picture that he spots Larry King in a grocery store
Okay.
and literally chases him down the aisle,
Oh, no.
trying to pitch him on an interview.
That's both amazing and incredibly awkward.
It was pure comedy gold.
I can imagine.
But what's even more remarkable
Mm.
is that this awkward encounter,
Hmm.
while not getting him the interview right away,
Right.
eventually led to a series of breakfast meetings
Yeah.
with King and his friend Cal Fussman.
Cal Fussman.
Yeah, a writer for Esquire.
Okay, so even though he didn't get the interview he initially wanted,
Yeah,
that chance encounter opened up this whole new world of possibilities.
exactly.
And it goes back to what we were saying earlier about the importance of being open to unexpected opportunities.
Totally.
You never know where a conversation might lead.
I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's had setbacks, he's learned to adapt,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's making connections with people like Larry King.
That's awesome.
What's next on his journey?
Well, remember how his ultimate goal was to interview Bill Gates?
Of course, that was the dream from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Did he actually manage to pull it off?
He did. After years of effort,
Wow.
Banayan finally lands the interview with Bill Gates.
That's amazing.
But even that interview didn't go exactly as planned.
Right.
You know, Banayan had built it up in his mind as this monumental event.
Right.
The moment he would uncover like all the secrets to success.
Mm-hmm.
He went in with this list of carefully crafted questions,
Okay.
but the conversation took some unexpected turns.
Oh, what happened?
So Gates, being the brilliant mind that he is,
Yeah.
challenged a lot of Banayan's assumptions
Oh, wow.
and pushed him to think more deeply. He wasn't just handing out easy answers.
Okay.
He was encouraging Banayan to like question his own beliefs and come to his own conclusions.
So it's like Gates was saying, don't just take what you've read or been told at face value.
Yeah,
Think for yourself.
exactly. And this
Yeah.
highlights the importance of being open to new perspectives,
Mhm.
even if they challenge our existing frameworks.
Right.
Banayan was learning that success isn't about finding a magic formula.
Okay.
It's about continuous learning, adapting, and refining your understanding of the world.
So even when you're interviewing someone like Bill Gates,
Yeah.
the learning never stops.
It never stops.
It's not about getting a pat answer.
Right.
It's about engaging in a dialogue
Mm.
that pushes you to think differently.
And sometimes the most valuable lessons
Yeah.
come from the conversations that challenge us the most.
Totally. Now,
Wow.
you mentioned earlier that Banayan also interviewed Lady Gaga.
Yes,
That's quite a contrast from Bill Gates.
it is.
How did that interview come about?
It's actually one of the most like surprising and impactful parts of his journey.
Yeah.
He didn't initially set out to interview her,
Okay.
but through a series of events, he found himself in a position to help her
Oh, wow.
during a really difficult time in her career.
So he wasn't just interviewing these successful people.
No,
He was forming real connections
real connections
with them,
Yeah.
even helping them in their own journeys.
Absolutely.
That's fascinating.
It really speaks to his ability to connect with people on a deeper level.
Mm.
You know, Gaga was going through a lot of personal and professional challenges.
Right.
And Banayan, through his unique perspective and empathy,
Yeah.
was able to offer her valuable support.
It's a beautiful example of how our journeys can intersect in unexpected ways
Totally.
and how we can support each other through challenges and triumphs.
It's a powerful reminder that success isn't always about individual achievement.
Right.
Sometimes it's about using your skills and experiences
Mm.
to help others find their voice and navigate their own paths.
So what did he actually do to help Lady Gaga?
He helped her craft a new narrative, a
Okay.
way to reframe her experiences and connect with her audience in a more authentic way.
Interesting.
He helped her tap into her own strength and resilience
Okay.
to overcome the obstacles she was facing.
It sounds like he went above and beyond the role of a typical interviewer.
He did.
He was like a confidant, a strategist, a friend.
You could say that in this experience taught Banayan that success isn't just about what you achieve for yourself. It's also about how you contribute to the success of others.
It's about paying it forward, lifting others up,
Yeah.
and recognizing that we're all in this together.
Exactly. And that brings us to another fascinating story.
Okay.
Banayan's connection with Quincy Jones,
Quincy Jones.
the legendary music producer.
Wow, Quincy Jones.
Yeah,
That's another name I wouldn't have expected to see,
right.
alongside Bill Gates and Lady Gaga.
It's pretty amazing.
What insights did he offer?
Well, their conversation wasn't just about music.
Okay.
It was about life mentorship and the importance of owning your creative work.
Interesting.
Jones stressed the need to understand the business side of things, to protect your interests and ensure you're getting your fair share.
Hmm.
He had learned some tough lessons early on in his career when he
Oh.
signed this bad contract
Okay.
that basically gave away all of his publishing rights.
Ooh, That's a cautionary tale for anyone
It is.
in a creative field.
Yeah, it's so easy to get caught up in the excitement of creating
Mm,
and forget about the practical aspects of protecting your
yeah,
work and your income.
it's so important
It
to
is.
think about those things.
Jones's advice is timeless
Mm-hmm.
and relevant for anyone who's creating something,
Right.
whether it's a book, a business, a song, or even a social media platform.
Totally.
You have to own your work and understand its value.
It's about empowering yourself
Yeah.
and taking control of your creative destiny.
And that ownership gives you the freedom to make choices
Right.
that align with your vision and your values.
Totally. Now let's jump back to Banayan's adventures with Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Remember how he ended up at one of her concerts?
Yes. How did that even happen?
Yeah, it sounded like a whirlwind experience.
It was.
How did that come about?
Well, he connected with this guy, Matt.
Matt.
Yeah, a wealthy entrepreneur who had ties to Lady Gaga.
Okay.
And this connection led to this wild adventure
Yeah.
where Banayan found himself backstage at one of her concerts,
Wow.
even getting pulled into her inner circle to
Wow.
help her navigate this particularly challenging period in her career.
Talk about being in the right place at the right time.
I know, right?
It seems like Banayan's ability to connect with people
Yeah.
on a deeper level consistently opened up these incredible opportunities.
It really does. He had this knack for building relationships, and those relationships often led to something bigger
Right.
than he could have imagined.
It's a testament to the power of human connection.
Absolutely.
You never know where a conversation might lead
Right.
or how a chance encounter might change the course of your life.
It's about embracing those unexpected twists and turns
Mm-hmm.
and recognizing that the journey itself is just as important as the
Oh, yes.
destination.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back and ready to wrap up our deep dive into the third door.
Yeah, this book has really gotten me thinking
Mhm.
about how we define success and all those unconventional paths that lead us there.
Right, it's not your typical success story.
It's not.
Banayan's journey really challenges us to look beyond the traditional markers of success
Totally.
and consider those hidden entrances that might lead to something truly extraordinary.
And he didn't just follow a formula or anything.
No.
He created his own path, forging connections, learning from setbacks, and constantly adapting his approach.
And through it all, he was collecting wisdom
Oh, yeah.
from some of the most remarkable people on the planet.
I mean, we've talked about Bill Gates, Lady Gaga, Quincy Jones,
Yeah.
each with their unique perspective on success and what it takes to break barriers.
It's like he was piecing together a map of success,
Mhm.
not with a single route,
Right.
but with multiple paths leading to different destinations.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of the third door concept.
Yeah.
It recognizes that success isn't a one-size-fits-all destination,
Right.
but rather a journey of continuous growth, exploration, and connection.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Mhm.
what's the one message you hope our listener takes away from the third door?
I think the most important takeaway is that success isn't a linear path.
Okay.
It's not about following a set of rules or a predetermined formula.
Right.
It's about being adaptable, resourceful, and always looking for those hidden entrances that others might miss.
Mm-hmm.
It's about embracing uncertainty and being willing to step outside your comfort zone.
And it's about finding your own third door and having the courage to walk through it,
Yeah,
even when you're not sure what's on the other side.
absolutely. Banayan's story shows us that the most rewarding journeys are often the ones we create ourselves,
Totally.
forging our own paths and leaving a unique mark on the world.
And remember, success isn't just about individual achievement.
Right.
It's also about building relationships, seeking guidance, and supporting those around you.
It's about recognizing that we're all in this together.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
So, to our listeners out there, I want to ask you, what's your third door?
Yeah. What unconventional path are you overlooking in your own pursuit of a goal?
Maybe it's time to start looking for those hidden entrances, those opportunities that might be right in front of you, but require a different perspective to see.
Never underestimate the power of asking.
Right.
You never know what might happen if you just put yourself out there and connect with people who inspire you.
The worst they can say is no.
Exactly.
So remember, success is not a destination.
It's a journey.
And the most fulfilling journeys are those that challenge us to grow, to learn, and to make a meaningful impact on the world. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Alex Banayan's The Third Door,
Yeah, we hope you've been inspired to look for those hidden entrances in your own life.
and to never stop exploring those unconventional paths to success.
And don't forget to share your thoughts or your own third door stories with us on social media.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Until next time, keep diving.